Well, that's some good news. That warm weather for the western part of the state. More than 1 month after Helene caused catastrophic flooding in the North Carolina mountains, communities still look like this. This is video now from Drone 5 showing what's left of Beacon Village in Swannanoa. WRAL's Chelsea Donovan is there live now. Chelsea, you spent today talking to neighbors and volunteers. How are they recovering?
Yeah, Deborah, first we should show you this is what we've been looking at all day. This is Beacon Village, and this is basically the inside of people's homes in piles. This is a community of old mill houses that was hit especially hard when the Swannanoa River collided with floodwaters coming down the mountain. And with that, people took refuge in these small, modest homes up in the attic you see there until the floodwaters became too much. This is Beacon Village, a tight-knit community of modest bungalows dating back to the early 1920s.
Would be the people, like they're so amazing.
The people in these 77 homes survived. This is what their neighborhood looked like after Helene, water up to the rooftops.
And the water kept going into the attics and they were trapped in there, so they actually went around and chopped holes into the roofs with an axe.
Dozens were rescued, and now this is what's left. A muddy, dusty trail of destruction. Cars caked with mud. A barn on top of a car. Every single thing is out of place.
All these houses, right? They had water up to the roofs, but they're still standing.
That's the silver lining. Carl Lotfus, an independent volunteer, has been gutting homes here for 5 weeks.
It was just insane. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I was remodeled everything nice.
Zoe Miller has lived in her old mill home for 3 decades. She was recovering from surgery when the storm hit.
I don't know where to go and what to do.
Now, this is her actual recovery.
This is my living room.
She, like everyone else, has lost everything to her name. No savings, no flood insurance.
My blood pressure 200. I lost 15 pounds. I cannot sleep.
The thought of what to do next, looking at 12-foot piles of debris, is still too much, even a month later.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you're from a country at war, Ukraine, and this, you said to me earlier, this is your war.
Yeah, this looks like war too, yeah.
Yeah, and it's certainly unimaginable kind of being in the midst of all of this rubble. As you saw Carl, he's actually from Durham, spending the last 5 weeks here. He says kind of what's unique about this, a little bit different than some of the areas we've showed you, is that these houses, although they were submerged completely underwater, are still standing. And that's why he is working here, creating a GoFundMe to see this really historic community rise up again. We're live in Swannanoa and Buncombe County. Chelsea Donovan, WRAL News.
Just such painful stories there. Chelsea, thank you.